You're raw, but it's coming along, and now you get drafted to be one of the best players in the world to this up-and-coming, buzzing team, the Golden State Warriors. Take me on your journey through this team that's kind of figuring out who they are right now, and you're a rookie.
Now we're not just going to go past that. Like, dude, I couldn't play ball 6 years ago. They told me I couldn't play ball 6 years ago. 6 years. I am one of the best in the world. I don't know if I'm one of the best in the world, but I'm drafted. I'm part of the group.
It makes you one of the 400-something that's best in the world.
Man, that's a testimony in itself. But I get drafted to a team nobody really even cares about, the Golden State Warriors. I didn't even know who they were, but I like Mark Jackson when I got there.
Yeah.
I heard about this kid, Steph Curry, who I actually watched in college.
Yeah.
But he hadn't played in a little while. I heard about this kid, Klay Thompson. Maybe he can shoot. I've been watching Draymond Green when I was in college, looking at his stats.
Yeah.
I would come out of a night, I'd have 20, 25, and 9.
Yeah.
I'll come out and look at Draymond Green stats. He had 20, 10. I'm like, who is this dude, man?
Yeah.
And so these are all the things. I get Harrison Barnes. We play against each other in college.
Yep.
He's supposed to be the
number one,
the Black Falcon.
Yeah. He was
this
super hyped
dude,
up.
Michael Jordan-esque. All these
for
things.
real.
And we play against him, and we had a chip on our shoulder because we're Vanderbilt. Oh yeah, they're just academic. We have to show them something. I always give
Playing
him.
against UNC too?
Yeah.
Come on.
And he always give an excuse. We were just. I don't know what he says, but it was. To me, getting to that point with all these people who have been playing basketball their whole lives was a blessing. Now the journey starts over again. Because I keep telling you, life is peaks and valleys. So now I've gone through all this stuff. Now I got drafted, that's a high. But now I'm on the team that's the worst. I don't even know how. They won 18 games the year before.
Yeah.
The worst. So now you got to start over. But what happens? Nothing's impossible, right? The team that's the worst start playing some games. Like, damn, we got some talent on this team.
Nice young talent.
Man, we got Andrew Bogut, we got Steph Curry, we got all these pieces. David Lee, we got Draymond coming in the zone. We got, everybody's starting to play their little role. We got Klay over here doing his thing. We got Charles Jenkins, shout out.
I love Charles, man. New Yorker right there.
Bazemore.
Baze.
One of our fellow rookies. So we're going through this rookie year. Jarrett Jack, we got Carl Landry. So we got a squad. And as we start going, we we actually really believe that we could win a championship our rookie year. Everybody thought we were like, who are these people? Where they come from? But as rookies, I believe it. Steph finally started playing. I'm like, man, this dude can really shoot. Klay started coming. I'm like, damn, but man, what are we doing? We got big man, we got guards, what's missing? So we start going through the season, but we're young, right? So nobody believes in whatever we're doing. They don't even we make the playoffs for the second time in 20 years since the We Believe team, who started off they were really good.
Yep.
And then now it's like, who are these kids? They can't even win a playoff series. Play against the Denver Nuggets. We won a series in the what? We can do this? All right, so let's see how.
And you guys were the underdog in that one.
We were the underdogs. We were the underdogs the whole time, the whole year. But it's funny how life goes. Because at the time we weren't ready. I got injured. Bogut got injured. Who else got injured? I think Steph got injured. D-Lee. Bunch of people had some injuries. We ended up losing to the Spurs in 6. Still giving them a run for their money.
Yeah, great series.
So I say that to say, we go through the next year. After that year, I have a knee injury. I'm out the whole next year. It takes me a year to come back from the injury. During the second year, we're up and coming. We're going through our stuff. We have to add Andre Iguodala to the group. Now we're up and rolling. Now we're exciting to watch. We lose in the first round with injuries again in the playoffs. Third year, I come back. I think I came back on my birthday. I remember Steve Kerr coming to me and was like, yo, for your birthday in October 21st, preseason, you playing tonight. Oh, man, dude, because I had been fighting the whole time. I didn't care about no injury. I just want to be on the court. I didn't care, like, dude, I'm the type of dude, like, I would just bandage me up and I'd be out there. Yeah. That's always been my mindset.
Yeah.
And, and I remember that feeling. I remember coming out there and playing. And a few games into the season, about 10, 15 games, I sprained my ankle. I'm out again.
Another setback.
But I keep telling you about this journey that we're on. What is it? Peaks and valleys. Peaks and valleys. I come back, I'm so high. Oh man, I'm so happy, man. I'm back on the court. I'm playing with my guys. Sprained my ankle, and I was playing really good basketball at the time. So what happens after that? Now I gotta roll my ankle. It's huge. I've never seen an ankle like that before. I'm like, damn, God, what's going on? Go through that. What happens next? I came back right on time. Matter of fact, I go to the GM, Bob Myers. I tell him, hey, I know what it's gonna take for me to come back from this. 6 months, 6 weeks, it's just like 2 months I was out with my ankle. I gotta get my rhythm back because we're about to go into the playoffs, all this stuff. So I gotta go to the G League. Even my agent was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You can't demote yourself. I'm like, I have to do what I gotta do.
Nobody does that.
The mindset though is that whatever is for you is for you. It's not about where you are. Like you can't hide light. Like no matter what, if you put light in darkness, it's always gonna shine. If you close it, it's still gonna shine in there. Yeah. It's still light.
Right.
And so for me, that was just my mindset was just like, I wanted to go there. I go and play in the G League. I was, played okay, you know?
Yeah.
But I got my rhythm. I got myself going. So what we do, we go into the playoffs that year. Got a little bit of momentum going to the playoffs. First round, going against the New Orleans Pelicans. Sweep them.
Yeah.
Damn, all right. Next round, what we got? Memphis Grizzlies. There's no way these guys have beaten them. What happens?
Good little series.
Good. What?
6
That
games.
was a hell of a series. We played. They're beating up on us. Like they're like, yo, the Warriors are too small.
Yeah.
They're negating the fact that they got big men like me and Andrew Bogut on there. Draymond Green in battle. Harris is a big guard. We got Brandon Rush, big guard. We got all these people who are physical, but hey, don't mind us. David Lee. And while they're up, we come back in.
I think it was 2-1. Going to Memphis, you guys were down.
Down 2-1. So what happens? We rally. Steph is hitting half-court shots. Clay is going crazy. I mean, everybody, I'm dunking. Bogus, diamond. It's like, man, so maybe we can actually hoop a little bit. And when we beat them, that was probably one of the most exhilarating because we just didn't, there was a physicality that came with the Memphis Grizzlies. That team, man, that was one of the toughest, craziest series.
They grind. That's what they hang their hat on.
Yeah, grit and grind. So we go through that whole series.
And you guys are the best team in the league at this time, by the way.
We're the best team in the league?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. And they still didn't give us a chance.
Yeah.
They thought it was a fluke. Best team in the league, and they thought it was a fluke. Anyway, next round is James Harden and the Rockets, and they had already, I think that was the year where they beat us
3 times.
They had beat us 3 times, but one of them they tried to set a record on threes. Like they beat it was like no contest. So people were like, oh no, this is for sure when they're gonna get beat because they can score like them and they got James Harden. They can't. We go through the series, we got ball screen defenders going after James Harden. We got, because they got Patrick Beverly going after Steph and all these, I keep telling you about the way God works. I'm not saying God was on our side. That's not where I'm going with this. Yeah. But there was something about the underdog. Like you can't never count the dog. That dog is with his back against the wall. And so we go through these battles, and I'm battling with Dwight, and everybody has their little battle of the position. Clay and James Harden at the time, James Harden's a 2 guard, so Clay had this chip on his shoulder, like, nah, I'm the better 2 guard. Everybody's trying to figure out who, and that was a tough Western Conference series.
Sure was.
I remember that getting done, and we won, and I'm sitting there like, dang. I'm tired.
Yeah.
But we got to
Western Conference champs.
Western Conference champs.
But it's not over.
We look at on the other side, the Cavs, they won their Eastern Conference. They're celebrating because they feel like, oh, this is a done deal.
It's all good.
Going into the finals, playing against the best ever to do it in the finals.
Yeah.
Somebody who I was watching play in the finals before I got in the league. Yep. Beating the likes of Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. And I'm like, man, we got a battle on our hands.
Yeah.
They lost. Something happened during the game. Injuries happened. They lost Kyrie and Kevin Love. Yeah. Now it's like, okay, well, it's gonna be, we got this. Nah.
It's tough.
They got LeBron James.
Yeah, he's leading in every statistical category.
I've never seen a human being that gets faster, jumps higher, plays as the season goes, as everybody else is getting tired, he goes. I mean, I don't know the best ever conversation. I don't ever get into that.
He's in it.
I played after Michael Jordan. I don't know. I wasn't even in the country when he was playing.
Yeah.
And when I watched the videos, he was amazing. He is. I mean, his game is forever. I know what I see right now. I know what I've played against right now. I know that there's a different level that LeBron James can get to that everybody else can't.
Yeah. You saw it up close.
And we had to play against him for 6 games.
Yeah, 6 tough games.
Remember the game before Game 6? We're up 3-2.
Yeah.
We had a meeting. Andre Iguodala's like, man, like I can't do it no more, man. Like after this game, we gotta win this next game. I can't guard this dude no more. It's too much,
Man.
because it's a lot, and it says a lot about his greatness that we were able to win that game, and the way we celebrated. Just like if you watch the video of us after we won that championship, the way we shot, like it was like, you gotta think about like all the stories, man. Steph with an ankle,
the peaks and
didn't play
valleys
for years. Dude, Clay wasn't even. They didn't even think about Clay as somebody.
He's Monte's backup.
Like, dude, Andrew Bogut, forgotten player in the league because he was getting injuries. Former #1 pick, but has been. Me, where'd I come from? I didn't even play ball in high school. Where'd I come from? David Lee, oh yeah, people had his misconceptions. Harrison, oh well, you know, Iguodala should be starting. All these different stories. Draymond Green not good enough to play in the league.
Yeah.
Dude, they had all these stories, man. The story of that team is all back to my name.
Yes, exactly.
Nothing is impossible.
Nothing.
So with all the stories and everything you got to say about what the team was, that team that nobody liked or nobody cared about back then in 2012 when we got drafted, the team that was 18 wins, won an NBA championship, man.
NBA championship.
I couldn't play ball in high school. Charles Barkley never won an NBA championship.
Yeah.
The greats.
Right.
Patrick Ewing.
You're a part of that.
I won an NBA championship.
What does that mean?
I can't put it into words. What does it mean for me I'm the second Nigerian next to Hakeem to win an NBA championship? Like, I don't, like, there's so many things I can name that's like, oh, this is great, this is amazing, this is a huge monumental moment. But for me, what it meant was, nothing is impossible with God.
Nothing is impossible with God, man.
And so, for me to be able to share that story and to tell people, listen, don't just listen to my story. Listen to the story of the Golden State Warriors. You think they're great now? I went on a trip with my brothers last year. We were in Germany. People wearing Golden State Warriors Steph Curry jerseys. People recognize me like, oh, Festus, me. Like I couldn't, like what?
You were important to that,
Festus.
man.
So for me, it tells a story. I think that's so important because I think people, when they go through their valleys, they forget that there's a peak coming after.
Right.
Like how you handle it is so important. And then when you're in your peak, you got to also realize that, you got to pull somebody else up. Your reaction to your journey could change somebody else's trajectory. So that's kind of how I look at journey now. So for me, what does it mean to win the NBA championship? It just added more to the story, added more to the book. I'm writing a book, man. Like every day I wake up, it's a book. I'm putting a new chapter on. What am I doing today? Who am I loving today? What am I working on? What's the next step? So, how good was the book when your life is over? How good was that book that you wrote? That was another chapter, a great chapter.
Yeah.
Next chapter was the next year.
Yeah.
They won a championship. Next year, now we try to win another championship.
73-9.
73-9, win team. We're riding high. We're like, yeah, we're going to the chip. We play. We go through the first round, go through the second round, go through Portland, go to the Western Conference Finals again.
I would say that was the best team that y'all played that whole playoff run.
Man, OKC was no joke, man. Steven Adams coming in. Okay, you don't know what to do with KD. You can't do nothing.
There's nothing you can do.
Russell with all this energy crazy. And going, wow.
And the games that you guys are losing, you guys are getting blown out in those games.
Dude.
So it's crazy.
Because you got to think that OKC, their style of play is what the Warriors became.
Yep.
Right? And so that style of play, we're running gun and scoring and all that stuff, and Russell's going crazy and going crazy in transition.
Yeah.
KD is going crazy. One of the best shooters in the game.
Yep.
Same thing. And so Ibaka, you know, that series was tough. Clay came in game 5, game 6. One of those games.
Game 6 Clay.
Game 6 Clay.
Yeah.
Came through unconscious.
Yeah,
this is how crazy it was. Is that the next day, I go to church. We come back home. This is game 6 Clay over there.
Yeah.
We come back. I go to church the next day. The Reverend, I'm sitting in the back because I always had to pray for the win. Or thank God for the win the last night or whatever.
Yeah.
So the Reverend sees me in the back, and his whole thing, he was like, well, I wish I had a eulogy, a hominy to give you guys today, or something to talk about. But as I was trying to write yesterday, I heard people yelling outside my window. I kept hearing people yelling, and I tried to go see what they were yelling about. And all of a sudden, I'm yelling with them, watching the game, and I forgot to write my homily because I'm out celebrating. And so the reason why I'm saying that is because, Festus Ezeli is here in the back, so y'all can blame him for me not having anything to say. Congratulations. Yeah. This is in church. Yeah. That's what it meant to the Bay Area.
Yeah,
that's what we meant to the Bay Area. And people are standing up, giving me a standing ovation in the church. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So having that on our backs, having the Bay Area supporting us like that, we went into that game 7 with all this confidence, and we worked, man. It was so much. I remember, dude, talking about being tired, that was something else.
Man, I can imagine.
We won, man.
7 games versus those guys.
We won. I couldn't believe it. Because at that point, our backs were against the wall. You never know what you can accomplish when your back's against the wall.
Yep.
Got that, like, all right, now we got to face the killers again.
So now we talk peaks and valleys. You guys are up 3-1 in the finals. 3-1, you guys are kind of killing them. It looks like you guys have this in hand, pretty much. I remember me being ready for the parade.
Everybody was. We were all ready for the parade.
So what happens then?
I'm not going to sit here and act like I've said all these different things. Like, yeah, we had injuries. And the truth of the matter is they came in like ready to win. they backs were against the wall.
Yeah.
And they played like it.
Yep. Just like you guys the previous series.
Everybody says everything what they want about LeBron getting Draymond suspended and ruining our flow. And yeah, that was part of it. But that's the game we play. You play everything that you can to win. Because at the end of the day, when you win the championship, nobody's asking about what happened. No, you get a ring. It doesn't say, oh, Draymond was suspended.
Nah, I don't say that. It says champions.
It says champions.
That's it.
They went crazy.
Yeah.
Every one of them contributed.
They all played well.
All played well. Tip my hat to them, man. It was a hell of a series. They played. I mean, LeBron and Kyrie, sheesh. Talk about people putting their teams on their backs. Kevin Love coming in, doing his job, and just being really sold into the team and rebounding, doing what he needed to do.
Right.
I was really disappointed in myself. Because I won't say I was disappointed in myself because I had to fight through some injuries. I had come back from an injury that playoffs, and that point it was really tough. And just being out there was, but I came out there. I gave it what I got.
Yep.
Started
game 7.
That's all you can do. Yeah, started game 7. Bogut got injured. Now I got to stand and I got to start. And man, that's probably one of the toughest games of my life because I've always prided myself. First of all, I work extremely, extremely hard so that when the time comes and they depend on me, just like I have my whole career, I show out. That's always been my thing. It's like the microwave. You come in and you do what you got to do and you go sit down. And that was always my role. So for me to be in a situation where I was trying to do things and I couldn't do what I wanted to do, and it was hard to be a part of. But I learned a lot. Our team was trying to figure things out. Our chemistry was off. We just at the wrong time, where a team that had the best chemistry in the world, we chose the wrong time to lose chemistry.
Yeah, it's tough.
And the Cavs were hitting their stride because now they had won 2 in a row. And now they had us where they wanted us. They had us, now our backs are on the road.
Anything can happen in game 7.
Anything can happen. Anything really did happen because
they won.
They won. They were down 3-1. First time in NBA history.
First time ever. What's your biggest takeaway from that?
Wow. My biggest takeaway from the 3-1 loss.
Because we talked about being at the bottom and we talked about the lessons that are in it.
Peaks and valleys, man. In my life, I try not to get too high or too low. I try to learn from losses just as much as wins.
Right.
I know in my heart, because I've played that game over and over and over in my head, what I should do in this moment, what happened here, and this, and playing through, you know, coming back from an injury and playing through that. There were so many things that happened that you can't change. You can't change the behind the back pass to. Yeah. It's just something, we did that every other game. It's just it was an out of bounds pass.
Yeah.
You can't. I set a screen for Steph at one point. He comes off the screen. He's thinking that the guy was coming chasing him, so he rushes the shot. You could take back those moments that if you could take back. Kevin Love snatches a rebound out of my head. If you could take that back. You know, there's so many different things. I fouled LeBron on a 3-point shot. We're up 6. It was these things that that happen throughout the game. Everybody had a role to play in it. But just like everything else, you win together, you lose together.
Right.
You can't sit here and say, well, you won, so you should always win. You can never always win. That's not how life works. Somebody else is going to be the underdog that wins, just like you were the underdog in 1.1.
Right.
But I'm going to get back there.